they will be concerned about the impact of the recession and the virus on their communities. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think it does. But maybe we'll get some input back on Facebook. And so that are the only questions that we have right now. So if you have a question, we're going to still give you some time to ask them. Again, if you want to provide comment or question, you can comment on the Facebook Live post that has the video that you're watching right now, or you can post in the chat box on Zoom. And we'll just wait a little bit longer to see if anyone has questions that we can provide answers for.
Joe, if I can jump in real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Leslie Mark in the Zoom chat said that the SBA has released aggregate statistics showing how much funding was spent through the various loan programs. It does not release the names of the loan recipients or offered any information on when it will do so. And she thinks that there's a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit on that pending.
Good information. Thank you, Leslie. All right, I'm not seeing any questions. Wait, can you? Yeah, if anyone for some reason can't access their keyboard or anything like that on Zoom, you can also unmute yourself and audibly ask or verbally. You can ask a question as well. Okay. Well, again, I just want to remind everyone the kind of call to action is to stay engaged. And, you know, we have a lot of work to do to protect people in our communities moving forward. And so, sorry, there is one more question. Sorry, from Nancy. If I ask the bank, do they have to disclose? I mean, that goes back to what Leslie said, right? Like,
yeah, the answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is no, or there's a pending lawsuit or a FOIA request.
So I think there's one thing I would say is that there's an immediate need to address this issue, and then there's an ongoing issue about affordable housing, which we also have to take this opportunity to start the conversation about. So that this is something, I mean, the Spark stuff will happen this week, next week, but the conversation about affordable housing will be happening over the next 6 months. So we really need people to be engaged in that conversation, because we're basically almost starting from scratch on an affordable housing conversation. I mean, there's some groups that have been doing stuff, but it hasn't really been a very public issue with a lot of traction. We're starting to see some of that happening, but we really need to, you know, sort of seconding Joey's comment about stay engaged. If this is an issue that's a passion of yours, you know, we need people to be engaged on this issue, because it's not going to get anywhere in Kansas if we don't have a lot of people involved with it.
Absolutely. Okay, so with that, I think we're good. Thank you so much for joining us today. This video will go onto Kansas Appleseed's Facebook page and can be shared later. But yeah, we really appreciate your time. And if you have any further questions, you can reach out with our social media or our emails that you received our invite to. Thank you, and have a good week.
Nancy here. Thank you so much. Really good information.
Yeah, absolutely, Nancy.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
I'm little.
The Salvation Army is giving away room fans to Salina residents. It's an annual event that helps people through the hot Kansas summer.
To you, as well neighbors, if they're in need, this is completely free and it's for the community benefits.
There's about 100 fans left. You can pick one up at Salvation Army headquarters at 1137 North Santa Fe. You may want to call first. The phone number is 785-823-2251.
We have 400 fans to give away for the entire community. Just come over and make your way to the Salvation Army.
Again, you can go to the Salvation Army headquarters to pick up a fan, and that address is 1137 North Santa Fe Avenue.
Until the fans are gone, but we just saw a crowd coming in, people who usually get them, and then now they're going to be we're going to be doing this for the next week, next day until they're completely done. Big old wasp coming in.
Anybody with children? Got a great VBS coming up in July.
Oh, yeah, we can break this too.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Hi, and how are you? Today starts a program just for you from the Salina Media Connection. People from the Salina community are getting together for a program where they'll be telling stories, dancing, singing, all kinds of fun stuff. And because it is just for you, we're calling it the Kids Connection. It's going to be on every morning at 10 a.m., Monday through Friday. It's about arts, health, wellness, and education. Like I said, lots of fun stuff you'll want to see. Again, it's on Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., the Kids Connection, just for you. Come on, join in. I know you'll have fun.
All right, so one of the last things we're going to do is called pour paint.
Yep.
So what we have here, these girls have 4 colors.
Darkest to lightest. So I have navy blue, light magenta, gold, and white. Roz, what colors do you have? Gold and pink. Rose gold, blue, ruby red, and this color, gold.
And so we did a little trial run at the house, and just kind of example of what it'll look like. It takes a few days to dry.
Yes, it takes like 2 or 3. Can I do it now? It depends on how much paint you add.
Okay, so yeah. Here, bring it over here, sweetie.
First, we're going to start with the darkest color, which I wanted navy blue. So we're going to put the navy blue in until it fills the bottom up.
And you know, with a cup about this size and a canvas about that size, thinking maybe about half full of paint.
Yes.
Should get you good coverage.
And that's how it should look on the bottom. And then let's put in this light. Put in this pinky. Oh wow, this is like hot pink. Gold. I never did the red. Oh wait. No.
Oh, that one wasn't open. You want me to get it?
I got it. Mom, I need pink.
This one?
I didn't do the pink.
Okay.
Mine is gonna look really nice. Mine's gonna look brilliant. Now I'm gonna add the white, my last color, but not fully.
Go ahead and fill that as full as you can, sweetie.
Should I do the colors over?
I think if you just get to that one line, you'll be okay. I do have some white over here if you need it.
I have white here.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm just gonna
How are you looking?
do a navy.
Let me give you some white.
And then once it gets to the half point, once it's got to the half point and
Not
your
yet.
colors are all done, you can just kind of do it again until it's on to the half point where you don't need it.
And then a technique that I saw, you're going to want to take like a popsicle stick.
Or whatever kind of stick you have.
And Roz, what you want to do is kind of cut through the paint to give it a nice mix. You don't want to stir it. You just kind of want to
Mix it.
cut through it.
But
So,
then you can only see your bottom color.
and then go ahead and set that popsicle stick on the paper.
And then what you're going to do is...
Are you ready, Roz?
Yeah, I'm ready to pour it.
I think Roz is ready to pour. There's a few techniques. I think this one's just going to pour it.
Can I pour it?
Me and her are going to do the, yeah.
Okay.
So you take it and you flip it and you kind of spread it around. Look how pretty that's looking. Oh, we forgot to put the gloves on, but that's okay.
Yes. Arch is messy. And if you want, you could put on gloves. We just wanted to be creative. Whoa, mine's turning pink.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of gives you an idea of what they're going to look like. Now, it does take a few days to dry.
Yes, like 2 or 3.
But you can get all kinds of different looks with the colors. I've also
look at mine.
Also techniques with if you spray a little WD-40 in it, it gives it kind of an oil paint look. But that is how you do pour paint.
Yes.
Hello, how are you, my friends? I hope you're well today. This is Miss Lori from Rolling Hill Zoo, and it's story time at the zoo again. I've chosen Turtle's Penguin. My goodness, what could that mean? A turtle? A penguin? What is this? A turtle dressed up like a penguin? Shall we read and see? Let's read. One night, Father Turtle read Little Turtle a story about penguins. When Little Turtle fell asleep, he dreamed he was a penguin. He played on the ice and dove into the water and swam and splashed with the other penguins. In the morning, Little Turtle decided he wanted to be a penguin. He put on his red slippers and waddled from side to side. And after breakfast, Little Turtle had an idea. He went up to the attic and found his grandfather's black jacket in an old chest, and he put it on. "Now I look like a real penguin," said Little Turtle, staring at himself in the mirror. "Hurry up, honey," said Mother Turtle, "or you'll be late for school." "I'm ready," said Little Turtle. Oh, goodness, you can't go to school in that funny costume," said Mother Turtle. "It's not a funny costume," said Little Turtle. "I'm a penguin." And when he put the book about the penguins into his backpack, he waddled outside to the school bus. "Hello, Little Turtle," called the kids on the school bus. "Great costume." "Thank you," said Little Turtle. "I'm a penguin from the South Pole." "Miss Dog, look!" cried the children when they got to school. "We have a penguin in the class." "Oh my," said Miss Dog. "Why do you look like a penguin today, Little Turtle?" Oh, there's Miss Dog, the teacher. Look at all the friends looking at Little Turtle. "Because Daddy read me a book about penguins last night," said Little Turtle. "I love penguins." "I love waddling from side to side like penguins. I love sliding on my belly like penguins do. I even love to sleep standing up like penguins do," said the Little Turtle. There he is, waddling, sliding, standing up, sleeping. "We want to be penguins too," cried all the children. So while Miss Dog read to them from the Penguin book, they all tried to pass balls to each other using just their feet, the way penguins do with their eggs. See? They're passing their eggs, the balls there, just like the penguins do with their eggs. There's Miss Dog reading from the Penguin book. And when they had recess, Little Turtle and his friends slid down the slide on their bellies, pretending they were penguins sliding on the ice. Woo! During music time, they all danced a waddling penguin dance. Oh, goodness. They're all in a line. They're waddling just like a penguin. And at nap time, all they dreamed about were penguin dreams. How was school today? Asked Mother Turtle when Little Turtle came home. We had a penguin day, said Little Turtle. It was great. There's Mama. Little Turtle, there goes the bus. That night, Little Turtle ate fish-shaped crackers with dinner because penguins love fish. And before he went to sleep, Little Turtle brushed his penguin beak. There they are. See the fish crackers? And there, just like he's brushing his teeth, but he's brushing his beak. Even when Little Turtle got into bed, he still pretended to be diving and swimming with his penguin friends. He dove right into his bed. Then Father Turtle brought a new bedtime story to read. This is the story of the little monkey who lives in a beautiful jungle, he said. Really? Said Little Turtle. A monkey? And when Little Turtle fell asleep that night, he dreamed he was a funny little monkey. Gracious. I hope you have a good day, and thank you so much for coming, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Lori, for reading Turtle's Penguin Day. Now, I have brought a very special guest, and it's actually special to the state of Kansas as well, is April, our ornate box turtle. If most of you don't know this, the box turtle is the state of Kansas reptile. Now, box turtles are really special in themselves because they have something really special on their plastron, or the bottom of their shell. And that's going to be this fancy little hinge down here. And if she feels threatened, she can actually close her front claws and her head all the way in there and close that as well. She can also, she did it a little bit for you. Also, you can always tell if it's a male or female turtle or tortoise if their plastron is concave or if it is flat. So this tells me that she is a female because females have a very flat shell, or their bottom of their plastron is going to be much more flat. Males are going to be concave, which means it's going to have a little bit of a dip in there for them. Now these guys, their diet consists of a lot of different things. Basically anything they can eat, small mammal-wise, insects, worms, but then they'll also eat fruits and seeds. But then they can also eat some poisonous mushrooms that would be poisonous to us, which can make these guys actually poisonous. And that would just be if because the poison can actually linger on their skin. April's on a mission now Come back this way, girlie. Everybody wants to go in that direction today. So she's a reptile, which means that she has to depend on her environment to stay warm. We are going to start seeing these guys pretty active here shortly in the month of April and through all the way through October. What they're going to do is they're going to do a lot of different things then. And they're going to start eating a whole lot, and then they're going to breed. Now, a lot of people like to do box turtle racing and have them as pets because they're fairly calm and tame. But that's actually part of the reason why these guys are considered near threatened. Rolling Hills Zoo is actually participating in a study of the actual number of box turtles in the area to see if their status needs to go further into the endangerment because they are far and few between anymore. The other huge predator for them is going to be cars because that nice warm road provides almost like a heat source for them, or they're crossing to find some sort of mate or water or food. So if a lot of you guys think that turtles actually grow out of their shells or kind of can come out of their shells, that's actually false. These guys are in their shell for their entire life. They actually have a spinal cord, just like we do. If you feel on your back, you can feel your spine. Theirs actually is attached to their shell and to their actual body. If you ever find a turtle out in the wild, you don't want to go up to it and knock on it really hard because that would be very painful to them. It would just be like if your brother or sister punched you in the arm, and that wouldn't feel too good. So we always want to rub April's shell very, very gently so that she feels calm and comfortable. If any of you guys have any questions about April here, I would encourage you to comment below. And I want to thank you for another session of Bringing the Zoo to You. We'll see you next time.
So glad you could join us. Keep watching. There's lots more.
Hello guys, coming from the Salina Art Center to you, my name's Kayla. So I'm very excited today to be with you guys for our art project. So we're doing an art and project inspired Matisse. He's a French artist and he is known for many things. He's done painting, sculpture, collage, you name it. He's very printmaking. He's mainly known for painting in his earlier years. And then as he got older, he couldn't paint anymore. So he started cutting paper and doing collage. His apprentices would paint sheets of paper for him with gouache, and then he would go in and he would cut these. We're going to be doing a project called Drawing with Scissors. So, guess what? No pencils. We're only going to be drawing with scissors. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get started. Here's Matisse work that we're using for inspiration. So we'll put that right here. There you go. So he took those pieces of paper that he had painted, so like mine here, and he cut it into it. I did a little example earlier kind of what we need to be doing, so I took my cut paper and I started a symbol. I don't think I'm quite done with this one. Wonderful. Okay, so over here, I kind of started painting, but we'll just keep going on it. So this is just like a heavyweight paper. We just don't want to use like copy paper or something because it cannot hold the paint. So try to find like a mixed media paper, something that's like heavier. Oh wait, I'm doing this in paint because that's what Matisse did. He did it in a paint form, but you do not have to do it in paint. All you need is just colored surface. So you can do construction paper, you could do watercolor, you could do color pencils, anything. You just need like pieces of paper. I really like the wet on wet, mixing the blending of the colors on the surface. That's why I like the technique of the paint. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I think, some purple and some yellow. So you're just gonna begin step one. You're gonna begin painting your piece of paper. You just wanna fill sheets of paper up with paint. You gotta get that color. So you could do like so many of these. You can do like 12 of them and then go from there. So remember, so I have a dirty brush, and if I dip it in another color, it's gonna muddy your paint. So remember to have your water cup by you. And I'm gonna switch colors, so I'm gonna rinse this out. And I have paper towels. I have paper towels to wipe my brush on, to get that excess water out. Okay, now I'm gonna add some orange up here. You can allow these colors to blend together, or you can keep them separate. It's up to you. Get some yellow. I'm starting to. So we just launched summer art. We're super excited about it. If you go on to www.salinaartcenter.org, you can enroll for summer art. So we're just so glad that we can offer this for you guys. So we're offering 3 things this summer. One is the at-home art kits. You can purchase a kit, and then at your own pace and time, you can do the kit. And then we're offering Zoom online art classes. So if you don't feel comfortable going out in public, you can do this at home, which will be so fun to do at home. And you get a Zoom live with a teacher, and they'll walk through the project with you. And then again, you have to come pick up your art supplies at the Salina Art Center. And then next, we're doing in-person classes. So we'll only be offering one in-person class for the next 6 weeks. So we start June 16th, and then we'll go clear to like the 24th of July. And we'll be offering one in-person class a week. So we're super excited about all this, and that we can bring art to you guys. Okay, so I think you guys have seen enough of me painting. So that's what I'll just keep doing. I will fill so many pieces of paper full of color, and that's what you'll do. And then you have to let it dry. So you're gonna have to take a break. I know that's hard, but you're gonna have to like take a break. You're gonna have to let it dry, okay? And then you're gonna come back. So I did this beforehand, and this is the paper I did. So now the next step. And we're done painting. Okay, so this is where we get to the fun part. We are drawing with scissors. Okay, so you gotta think of like the shape and what you want. So I think I'm gonna cut a star. I'm just gonna go for it. Just take your scissors, take your paper, relax and go. Don't aim for perfection. And you can always, like, I'm gonna cut this down because it's a little big. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I love it. It's so wonky. Okay. What else do I want to do? Oh, I'm going to do a leaf. Kind of like his leaf. I'm going to go for that. Like, I'm going to cut this down. Don't be afraid to cut your paper in squares. So, again, I'm just envisioning that leaf, just cutting it out. And a lot of these cutouts that Matisse did was abstract. And if you don't want to do abstract, you don't have to. You can make a scene of something. So here's my little leaf. Here's my little star. Okay, so then you'll have another piece of paper. So you'll get another piece of paper. Okay, so this is the fun part. Now we're gonna take glue. Elmer's glue works good. And an old paintbrush. That's what you want, an old paintbrush. You can use a little cup, or you can go straight from the bottom bottle. I have a tendency I just go from the bottom, but I'm gonna pour a little bit of glue in the cup like this. Okay. So we're gonna dip it in the glue. There we go. Okay. And then, where do we want this? I'll put it like right there. So you glue him down. Okay, now do you see how he's curling? So this is a form of like decoupaging. So you're gonna take like some of the Elmer's glue and you're gonna paint over him. And do you see now how that goes flat? And you're gonna decoupage with the glue all over the leaf. Wonderful. You might, I think I need more glue under there, so you can just get some more. You might have to push it down with your finger. There you go. See how that seals up? Wonderful. Exactly like that. Smooth it all out, and then you just let it dry, and you're good to go. Now we'll glue on the star. I want these to go close beside each other. I want them to overlap. Oh, awesome. Look at that. There you go. And again, you're gonna have to probably push those down because this is heavier paper. Oh, look. Wonderful. I'm just gonna keep going. So I'll keep cutting out shapes. Maybe I want some like zigzags or big blocks. Like I'll probably do some different big shapes to go in, and probably finish that little guy. And that's it. That's it for today. Wonderful. I hope you guys enjoy this and you keep doing it. And you learned about Matisse today. I hope you guys have a good day. Please check out our website about summer art. Follow our Facebook. We have a ton of art projects on there. Bye, guys.
Hi, my name is Chell.
And I'm Dottie.
And we're NASA astronauts.
As astronauts, we spend a lot of time in the gym, working out and preparing to go into space.
For each mission, astronauts spend 2 hours a day, 3 days a week in the gym and classroom until they fly into space.
The cool part is, most of the training we do here in the astronaut gym, you can do too, wherever you are. Astronauts require good muscular strength and coordination to pull and push things during a spacewalk.
Today, we're going to share an activity to help you develop strong muscles and coordination. So get ready. Do a spacewalk will help you train like an astronaut.
For the Do a Spacewalk activity, you will need to measure out a small course of 12 meters or about 40 feet. Your goal is to cover the distance while performing 2 unique movements. The first is the bear crawl. The bear crawl requires you to get down on your hands and feet while facing the ground. Once in this position, you will bear crawl your way across the finish line. Rest for 2 minutes and then perform the bear crawl 2 more times. Remember to drink plenty of water. You always need to maintain a healthy level of hydration. The second movement is the crab walk. Sit on the ground, put your arms and hands behind you, keep your knees bent and feet on the ground while facing upwards. While on all fours, try and travel the measured distance. Cross the finish line, rest for 2 minutes, and repeat 2 times. Improve your time doing this activity, and you will definitely improve your muscular strength and coordination. While these skills help you athletically, they are essential for astronauts. During spacewalks or training in the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory, astronauts not only use tools, but often even use their own hands and feet to meet their mission objectives. Whether you're bear crawling or crab walking, the Do a Spacewalk will help you train like an astronaut.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America has launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry nominal.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
And 1D throttle up.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy, 1 Bravo.
So glad you could join us. Keep watching. There's lots more.
This is the Art Baker show. We are going to be making flowers out of flour. I mean, a tissue made that's going to be made into a flower. So everybody is going to need a rubber band. We're not going to need it exactly yet. And then we are going to fold it zigzaggy this way, that way, like that.
So is that kind of, hey, Rosalind, I need you to have a seat so we can make a flower. Rosalind? So is that kind of like a zigzag fold?
Yes.
And I notice you have like 3 layers of tissue there, huh?
Yes.
Does that just make for a...
Yes, if you have different kinds of tissue, then you're going to want more layers than you have. We use this kind of tissue. If you don't have this tissue, then you can stack more tissues. And then everybody's going to need their rubber band once they have it folded and put it in the middle.
You want it pretty tight?
Yes, and you're going to want, you don't want your rubber band spreaded out, because then you'll see the rubber band and it won't look realistic. And then once you get it pretty tight, you're going to want to stretch the sides, and then pick one side, and then you're going to need to take out the layers of what you have. But you're going to want your layers pretty spread out, so it's not really thick.
Mama, mine doesn't work.
And then
we're doing that on both sides?
yes. And then once you have it all spread out on one side, do the other side. It used to just look like a normal tissue, but now look at it. And then we're gonna finish spreading it out.
And then I think I have an example of some that we have done before.
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab that real quick.
Okay.
Mine doesn't work.
And then we use clay for the holder. And then once you have it done, it looks like it looks like a cheerleader thing. But then you're going
A pom-pom?
Yeah, and then you're going to need to take it and then do this. And then look on this side, and then it looks like a pretty rose. And then you're going to need to take another rubber band. You guys can grab another rubber band if you need to. And then you're going to need to wrap it around till it's tight, because you don't want the flower to mix.
And then I found this really nice. It's like an acrylic spray paint, so it's not like regular, you know, as fumey as spray paint, but you just...
You can pick what color you want to spray paint. But if you have cloth spray, you can use cloth spray. But you're going to want it from a far distance so it's light, like these that we've done earlier.
Just give it a little spritz, and
then you're
that's
good.
pretty.
Yes.
Mama, I don't have one. Mama, I don't have one.
So
I don't have one, Mommy.
It looks
that's how you make flowers out of tissue.
Yeah.
Sweeping around Wilson Lake and over the geological formations of the Salina River Valley, the Post Rock Scenic Byway offers a picturesque pathway through postcard-perfect scenery. Miles of stone fence posts, for which this route was named, stand as a tribute to the ingenuity of the early settlers. Begin your 18-mile tour in Wilson, the Czech capital of Kansas. You'll notice the distinctive limestone architecture of the restored Victorian-style Midland Hotel. It continues to serve as a restful stopover for travelers, with 28 guest rooms, all decorated in mission style. Continuing north, the beauty of Wilson Lake unfolds. Located in the heart of the Smoky Hills, Wilson State Park is considered by many to be the most beautiful in the state. The Switchgrass Mountain Bike Trail, nicknamed the Roller Coaster for its 12 miles of pathway that hugs steep hillsides and ravines, has a panoramic view of sandstone canyons and Wilson Lake. The area is ideal for boating, fishing, hiking, swimming, and camping. Don't miss Rocktown, a collection of massive red sandstone formations that rise 15 to 20 feet above the ground and look like a city skyline. If you're at the lake in May, don't miss Wings Over Wilson, an exciting competition for remote control gliders racing along the rocky shores of the lake. Next stop is Lucas, known as the grassroots art capital of Kansas. The most unique and well-known example of grassroots art is the Garden of Eden. This fantastic house was created by retired farmer and folk artist S.P. Dinsmore over 22 years, beginning in 1905. The house is made of stone, but is made to look like a log cabin. Surrounding the house is a yard full of concrete sculptures that convey Dinsmore's political and religious beliefs. In downtown Lucas, the Grassroots Art Center includes more work by self-taught primitive artists. See the creativity of primarily retired individuals working with recycled materials such as metal, wood, pull tabs, limestone, cement, and even chewing gum. The Art Center's courtyard presents fine examples of limestone used for architectural purposes. Also downtown is one of the most unique public restrooms anywhere, the Bowl Plaza. It's an enormous example of grassroots art, and it just happens to look like a toilet bowl. The Post Rock Scenic Byway winds effortlessly through the rolling Smoky Hills. This landscape's unique beauty and challenges required pioneers to earn their space here, and the legacy of their creativity and resourcefulness lives on today.
Thank you for watching Kids Connection. Make sure to watch it next time.
Am I dreaming? Well, eyes wide open. Oh, am I seeing? Well, eyes half closed. Am I walking this path you've shown me? Oh, am I running on my own? I know there's gotta be more than this. I know that I've gotta get out of here. I've gotta get out of this place now. In the middle is not where I'm meant to be. I've gotta get out of this place now. Chew me up, spit me out, or set me free. Am I listening to what you've told me? Am I hearing what I want? Am I living this life you've shown me? Am I wandering on my own? I know there's gotta be more than this. I know that of this place now. Chew me up, spit me out, or set me free. Don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna change. And I know that there's gotta be more than this. I know that I've gotta get out of here. Yeah, I've gotta get out of this place now. In the middle is not where I'm meant to be. I've gotta get out of this place now. Chew me up, spit me out, or set me free. I've gotta get out of this place now. In the middle is not where I'm meant to be. I've gotta get out of this place now. Chew me up, spit me out, or set me free. Oh, set me free.
I go back in time when I see you. Knees lock, heart stops. Do you see me too? I look up and wonder, are you there? You there, me here, moving to each other softly. You lead, I go, right where you want me. Chin up, arm out, let's waltz in the dark. No one else to see. Waltz in the dark, just you and me. We spin, we twirl, we fall into it again. Your lead could be all I need in the end. Just you here with me to waltz in the dark. No one else to see. Waltz in the dark, just you and me.
next day some video. Melody just seemed to ease my mind. Tape drop and we hit the stove. Can't wait till we get it home, so I can waste the day away and press rewind. Cause simply ordinary just won't do. I need a song to change my mood. Cause I've been in the dumps for so long. Put on my headphones and take me away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Dow Trey's at the door, screaming nothing but a G thing. Screaming nothing but a G thing. And then we got JoJo, Scarface, Wu-Tang at the screaming now. Nothing but a G thing. Ooh yeah. Nothing but a G thing, baby, baby. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Crazy. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Crazy, crazy. Nothing but a G thing, no doubt. Crazy, so no doubt. Crazy, so no doubt. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Said I'm so no doubt. Crazy, so no doubt. Crazy, so no doubt. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Ain't nothing but a G thing, yeah. Ain't nothing but a G thing. Said it ain't nothing but a G thing. Oh, nothing but a G thing. Yeah, it ain't nothing but a G thing, man. Ain't nothing but a G thing. G thing. 3, 4. Dow Trey's at the store. Now nothing but a G thing. Oh, nothing but a G thing. And then we got KC, JoJo, Scarface, Wu-Tang at the store. Now nothing but a G thing. Oh, it ain't nothing but a G thing, baby, baby. It ain't nothing but a G thing. I never heard this sound before. This music in my ear. What is this in my ear? I hear a sweet, sweet melody. What is this in my ear? Such a sweet, sweet melody.
It's over forever, I'm over you. It's over forever, I'm over you. I caught you, my darling, holding and squeezing and loving and touching her. Caught you, my darling. Who would have thought you'd be here with her? No good to me. It's over forever, I'm over you. It's over forever, I'm over you. I'm such a fool, I took you back, told you I wanted you, needed you then. You left me heartbroken and sad, I was crying, hurting.
Okay. Looks like we're live.
We're live.
Great. All right, everyone. So we're going to kick off. Hi, happy Monday. My name is Joey Hensler. I'm Director of Advocacy with Cantus Sapelseed. I use he, him pronouns. And we're joining you today for a quick update on some of the housing issues in Kansas, what we've seen in the past and what we have in anticipation moving forward. And so joining us today is Rabbi Moti with Kansas Interfaith Alliance, as well as Casey Johnson with Kansas Legal Services. Just kind of a quick housekeeping issue is we have live closed captioning going on. And as I say that, I remember that I need to speak a little slower to help the person capturing the captions. But we have live closed captioning available on Zoom. And so if you're joining us on Facebook, you can enable them or join us on Zoom. Also, relay services are available through the call-in information, and all of those numbers are in the Facebook event or the emails, depending on how you got here today. So just a quick outline of the event and what we'll discuss. So first, we're going to give a quick recap of what's been happening in Kansas related to protections, eviction pauses, and foreclosure pauses, and then a little bit of context for what we're expecting ahead. And then Casey is going to give a little bit of an outline on some protections that the federal government has extended with housing and urban development, and also what renters need to know. Are their legal rights and about the legal process should they face eviction. And then lastly, Rabbi Moti is going to share with us what Kansas Interfaith Alliance has done and is doing on the issue. Afterwards, we'll have a question and answer. And so people who are joining via Facebook, if you have a question, you can type it in as a comment on the video of the post. And if you're joining us via Zoom, you can ask your questions by typing them into the chat box. All right. So just a little bit of context, right? So we know that at kind of the start of the pandemic, Governor Kelly had issued executive orders protecting Kansans from evictions and foreclosures related to their inability to pay due to hardships they faced resulting from the pandemic. And we knew that those evictions had deadlines. They were set to expire, and they have. The administration hasn't extended them, and neither has the legislature. And so a lot of our political leaders in this way have moved on from the issue. But we know that our neighbors, it's not the case. Like, they don't have the luxury of moving on. And so there is like huge urgency in this moment, and that's part of the reason why we're all here today.